Hey, what's up, y'all? Matt M. Mixes on the mic, and today I want to talk about All-Star Weekend. So, on Saturday, we had the three-point contest and the dunk contest. So, the three-point contest has, in recent years, been better than the dunk contest, and there is no exception this year. Damian Lillard, who hasn't played a single game, by the way, torn Achilles, managed to just absolutely steal the show. He won his third straight three-point contest. His last two was with the Bucks, and now, of course, he's with the Blazers. Just seeing him be able to, shoot that well. And, he was like jogging from basket to basket. He could not run still, and yet he never felt like he was rushing. He just kept getting his shot off. It was just nothing short of impressive. And I think it made me really realize that when you talk about shooting, it's Curry, then Dame, then just everyone else just trailing behind them. Dame truly is on that level. If it wasn't for Curry, I think we'd be having a lot more serious discussions about Dame. But at the end of the day, that's still one of the greatest shooters ever. You can put him at 2, and I wouldn't even be mad. Of course, he beat Devin Booker. This is who I picked to win the three-point contest, and he came very close. Booker, of course, pretty much as soon as he came into the league, he was one of the best shooters, and he just kept it up over his entire career. And as you can see with the clips here, he got off to a very good start in that final round. He hit his first 9 baskets, and then, something kind of clicked, or opposite of clicked, really. And he just started missing more often, and he was doing all right. And then this last round that you're seeing right now, that's when things got really bad. He hit first 3 and then miss, brick, clank. And then that cost him. And the dunk contest, I barely even want to talk about it. I will talk about it. So this Keisha Johnson guy for the Heat, he won. Doesn't even really play a lot. His dunks weren't even that good, but everyone else was just god-awful. Carter Bryant, a very average dunk, I guess. Jackson Hayes had a horrible dunk. Richardson barely could even complete his dunks. Just, my God, what an awful dunk contest. This event just needs to go. I don't know what else to say anymore. Now let's talk about the All-Star Game itself. That was yesterday, Sunday. So there was 4 different games. So the first game was between one of the Team USA teams and Team World. So for Team World, Victor Wembanyama led the way. And then for the first Team USA team, Anthony Edwards led the way for them. And he would go on to win the MVP of the game. He really set the tone in that first game. And Wembanyama, even though Team World didn't do that well, he set the tone too. And then Game 2 of the Olympics, or not Olympic, Team USA versus Team World event was between Team USA Stars and Team USA Stripes. So for Team USA Stars, the stars of the show were Anthony Edwards and Cade Cunningham. They both scored 11. But then for the Stripes, they kind of had just more consistent production across the board rather than relying on a couple players. Jaylen Brown did have the best game. He scored 11. And then Game 3, the Team World took on the other Team USA. So for the Team World, Victor Wembanyama once again was kind of leading the way. He scored 19 points, which is very impressive in 12 minutes. But then it somehow becomes less impressive when you realize that Kawhi Leonard scored 31 points in 12 minutes. He shot 6 of 7 for 3. Just could not miss. And, that's what allowed him to get so many points so quickly. It's just insane. And Kawhi, of course, has been a good shooter for a while now, but he's just reached a different level recently. And the fact that he's having his best season since 2019 after all these injuries is just insane. I really think Kawhi would have been like a top 10 player ever if he just had any form of health. And then the final matchup of the All-Star Game was another matchup between the Stars and the Stripes. So the first 3 games were honestly pretty good, kind of back and forth. I think at least one of them went to overtime. But this game, just by then, I think they just played too much. They just didn't care anymore. The Stars won in an absolute blowout. Tyrese Maxey scored 9 points. And then for the Stripes, the other team, Donovan Mitchell scored 6 points. I think that ended up leading the way for the Stripes. I think this format, it's not necessarily terrible. I think we did get 3 really good games out of it, but I just think playing that many games, the teams, the players, they just don't care that much.